Hey, this is TJ. Welcome to Clickbait. I witnessed the problem on console the other day.
Oh, you saw the problem. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah,
Get right into that juicy problem.
Of course I do, Eric. So I was on PS4. I forget why. I think we were goofing around, like, oh, you should use this.
We were goofing around with meme loadouts and we were playing.
I was on. Obviously, I had to go to PS4 to watch on SharePlay. And I was like, put on your real loadout real quick. And he put on Horror Story, but he also put on Luna's Howl. I'm like, alright, use some Luna's Howl a little bit so I can see why it's such an issue. It looked effortless to just...
It was effortless.
I know it is. I witnessed that, and I was like, I understand why people complain now on console.
Because on PC, you have to work for those headshots.
Of course, because...
On console, they are handed to
because
you.
it's the 180s on console that don't really have bloom or flinch, and then the aim is... I just watched that. Eric didn't obviously me Eric were in person. I had my mouth dropped. I was in disbelief, like... Oh,
it was like mid-range too. It wasn't even like close.
Also, yes, this is like the third or fourth episode in a row. We're still talking about Lunas and Not Forgotten because it's a hot topic still, in my opinion.
Oh, it's a spicy topic.
Oh, it's such a spicy boy. But yeah,
we don't talk about it for too long though.
I mean I genuinely witnessed that as an issue, and
that Titan got deleted.
Was it a Titan?
Yeah, it was a Titan.
Just Titans are useless.
Deleted by that poor thing. Oh man, he's gone.
All right. Yeah, let's move away from that. Let's talk about other Destiny crap. I'm looking through our docket. I'm sorry. Well, okay. Let's talk about the Gambit Prime thing, and let's talk about Gambit Prime stuff first. You had a thing where you had... Or, I want to go to my thing. The other day I was on PC... No, it wasn't PCLG. I was in a Crucible group, and I play a lot of Gambit Prime. I currently have like 26 hours and like 200 plus matches, and then I have like a 90% win rate. So yeah, I play a little bit of Gambit. I have a lot on my record.
I don't keep track of my things, I'm close to Dredgen, so...
I mean, yeah. I have, I think, 7 or 8 resets. I think I'm on my 8th reset. I forget. I'm like on 8 Legend. But my point is, like, I play a lot of Gambit, and I was in a Crucible game. We were talking, and somebody was talking about Gambit weapons, and somebody's like, oh, Gambit's like one of the worst game modes, and they're like, the trailer's blah, blah, blah. And I think it's, with this season, it was obviously Gambit focused, but people were, I guess, had different expectations for it.
Meaning?
Like, with, whatchamacallit, with Gambit Prime, I want to say... Hold on, where's there? I want to say with Gambit Prime, I think people probably expected, like, not Gambit, you know what I mean? Maybe they expected something a bit more dynamic besides, like, I think people just expected some core mechanics to be changed, which some were.
They changed enough mechanics for me to feel like they're different enough.
Yeah, and they also added on to existing mechanics instead of changing them.
That's like saying Nightfall strikes need to be more different than normal strikes.
Yeah.
They're the same category.
Yeah.
But one has modifications to make it a different experience.
Exactly.
And that's all it really needs to be. It still has Gambit in the name.
Like, and
you can't change it.
People were like, and some people say, "Oh, it wasn't improvement over original Gambit," and I just,
yes, it was.
Of course it was. You know what's fun? Melting the Primeval without Primeval stacks. You know, that was perfectly fine in regular Gambit, right? You know, not even using the right mechanics.
Not having to work for it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shoot the sponge.
I mean, sure, you can still melt onto in Gambit Prime, but it's a lot more reasonable. You can actually try to slow down people a lot easier than you could in regular Gambit.
Invaders have a chance to do something before the opposing Primeval just gets deleted.
Yep.
Oi. Let's not get too far into the Gambit hole. If you want to just get into the hype versus realsies bit.
I'm sorry. I'm looking through the docket. Let's talk about. So we had a thing. What was it called? I call it "What Are the Chances?" Eric didn't like the name.
We'll figure it out.
Basically,
eventually.
we're just there's weapons we encounter throughout the week. If we get random rolls dropped, because not random rolls, because I can't talk. Not everybody has experienced every roll of a weapon out there. Not everybody's seen one. And this week for me, I got a new Balagan, Black Armory refurbished, because that's what the share is called, refurbished stuff like the Balagant, Bad News, Show of Force, the Gallard, and a few other weapons. I forget the rest of them. But Balagant is obviously a shotgun. I got one that wasn't a range roll, but it's Full Choke, Accurise, Slide Shot, and Rampage. And the first Rumble match I went in, I got an unbroken Wii Ran. I have a screenshot right here. It was It was good. It felt good. It was, and of course I paired this with Not Forgotten. Of course
you did.
But like I was using it like you
gotta play a dirty match.
Of course, but most of the time I was using the shotgun. Also, I didn't get a lobby. Speaking of Rumble, I did a little bit of Rumble story. I didn't get a lobby of low levels because I want to talk about that. That we're holding W with the shotgun. But yeah, I got. And I've been using the battle gun still. I think I'm up to like 70 or 8 kills on it already. So.
Crucible kills?
Yeah, of course. No. Yeah.
Bleh.
Bleh. You want to talk about your roll?
I got a Go Figure pulse rifle that I thought was pretty nice with high caliber outlaw and head seeker with the range masterwork because I'm not sure if high cal is as bad as it used to be.
I think it's significant against scouts, certain hand cannons, and definitely snipers and bows actually.
Poor snipers get it so raw where you get hit by a pebble, and your reticle is in the stars.
Exactly.
Like you cannot counter snipe if you're getting like scouted or pulsed.
Yeah,
even an auto rifle will make you
even Ace of Spades because Ace of Spades has everything. Well,
Ace of Spades is just it's a perk in the game. It's in the game right now. Yeah. We're putting it on Ace. Oh, we added perks. We're putting it on Ace.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to talk about rolls real quick. This week I was gonna go farm hand cannon frames to get, or last week before this reset, I was like, I'm gonna go farm Kindled Orchid because I want the Rampage kill clip roll. My first, so for anybody who doesn't know, on your first powerful drop for a weapon frame that week, you have a chance to get the curated roll. And the curated kindled is it's Rampage kill clip, drop mag, and I think corkscrew barreling, and it's a range masterwork, and the only bad, it's one perk off from being a god roll, and that's the barrel, but it's up there, so I was happy with that. But yeah,
I got 3 half dandies from the gunsmith.
Yeah,
2 of them were the exact same roll. I think it was under pressure and something completely worthless. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, nice. Yep. And then the other one also had under pressure, but I think it
and something different. It was just
nice. Thanks, buddy.
I don't want to look up the light.gg perk pool to see if it's 30 perks and you just get really unlucky, or if it's a small perk pool. But
I just got GG'd by the gunsmith. There's a plane flying above.
It's Twitter. We can't shoot down planes. Obviously, mid-podcast.
We're on a list.
Oh no! Okay. We're people who play Destiny. We're not.
We're already on a list.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway.
Let's
Outbreak.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about Outbreak.
Let's talk about Outbreak Prime. The iron is hot. We have to strike it. The Siva is spicy, and we have to talk about it.
Okay, so Outbreak Prime. I have a few things on it. One, it's Outbreak Prime.
Perfected. They changed the name. Trying to be a spicy boy. I still call the Black Hammer the Black Hammer.
Yeah.
Or Spindle, whatever. I'll call it whatever crosses the word. It's not the Whisper, it's the Spindle.
It's Black Hammer, Black Spindle. I still call Power Heavy. People correct me all the time, no, it's Power Ammo now.
It's heavy.
Sorry, heavy. I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Only on this podcast do you get this quality.
Do they call it Power Ammo, or do they call it Heavy Ammo?
It's called Power.
It's not, it's heavy.
It's heavy.
It's what it is. They can call it what they want to call it. I know. It will be heavy to me.
Alright, we should go talk about...
I'm pretty sure they actually say heavy ammo inbound.
Now?
Too.
No, it was always out. It was Power Ammo since the start of D2. They might have changed it. I don't know.
I think the voice lines say heavy. Either that or...
Do you know how far we've gone off topic?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, God. It's here's the quest to get Outbreak Prime. Or here's a pile of dust.
Let's talk about heavy. No, let's go back to the Outbreak Perfected.
So, Outbreak Perfected. So my problem with Outbreak is that I think it's cool they add a returning D1 exotic. I always like when they add returning weapons because as a D1 player, it's really cool. Hey, I remember that gun. It's the nostalgia factor. That's a huge thing for marketing. That's whatever. My problem is with Outbreak Prime, it's more of a good weapon we already have in Crucible. And my thing is this is just going to get thrown in there with Blast Furnace, Ace, Thorn, Last Word. spare rations.
Can't wait for everyone to check the video to make sure it's still playing for that solid 4 seconds of silence.
Pulling up dim to see but my thing is you can check that in with any of the best Crucible kinetic weapons in the game that aren't shotguns, obviously. Like it becomes very. It just it doesn't feel special to me because it just gets thrown in with everything else. But my other thing is that I think there was one other perfect candidate for this, which is hold on, let me find my vault. Got what do I not have it? Oh no, I do have it. The Kvastov 7G-0X. So my first
the exotic version.
The
so
exotic
clarify
version.
That for anyone who may
the
not
exotic
know.
version of the Kvastov from D1. As Eric can see, I still have my white one in my vault.
Of course. If you don't have your white Kvastov, are you really a Destiny player?
So the Kvastov exotic in D1 was obviously an auto rifle, but there's unique things where you could change the 2 different scopes, where it had one for range and stability, one for additional zoom and basically target acquisition, so like moving target. It had burst fire, automatic, or semi-auto, so you can make it an auto rifle, pulse rifle, or scout rifle.
Yeah. Do you decide that you want your Kvastov to be? Do you know what they could do now?
What?
You know how the hard light changes elements off of holding reload? If they could do that for the rate of fire change on the Kvastov, that would be really fun.
I know you want... So, I want to continue. It has, different things, make it longer magazine, give it more stability, give it more range from an ADS, rangefinder. You can change the RPM between 450 or 900 RPM. There were... So, you could customize your tactical gun. That's kind of...
You finessed your Kvastov to how you wanted it.
Yeah.
And people see Kvastov and they're like, oh, that could be literally anything.
And my other 2 things is that, one, the Kvastov model is actually in D2 Array. If you go to the EDZ, I believe in the area left of Trossland, I forget the name, out on the hills and crap, buy some boxes. The Gulch. No, it's not the far, not all the way at...
Oh, okay.
It's when you drive off Trossland to the left and you hear it's the bridge to go to Berguzia. If you take a right at that bridge, there is some crates out there that have a Kvastov leaning against them. So the models are in the game. That's the other thing I want to stress. And the reason why the Kvastov would fit this old D1 setting is because, A, the original quest was Fallen-based, was Outbreak Prime a Fallen... it was raid-based in the Fallen raid.
Are you talking about the Siva raid?
Was
simply Fallen?
That were enhanced, though, but
with
Siva,
yeah.
Yes,
that's the entire purpose of Outbreak
the other
Prime
thing
is being Siva.
Yeah, but then I was going to say, but also, this quest would fit in at the...
Do people know what Siva is?
No, that's... Oh, very few people... people who play D1, no, but I don't think anybody in D2... I think there might be some mention somewhere in, the Warmind lore. I don't remember.
If so, it was a just name drop and that was it. Do you want to talk about what it is for people?
Let me finish the Kvastov thing, then we can explain Siva.
Alright,
the other thing is, with the Kvastov quest, it was Fallen-based, because you were chasing down, I believe, a Fallen weapon manufacturer, or some Fallen Vandal stole it, and when you killed him, he dropped the exotic engram that was Kvastov. So that was the other cool thing, you saw your weapon drop from his pocket.
Yeah, which is not a thing that always happened in the quests. But it just kind of warps into your inventory for most quests, but he drops it.
Yeah, he drops it. But the thing is, it's a Fallen-based quest, so they easily could apply. And the other thing is, it was stolen from the tower. And if there's one more iconic thing, Kvastov is still one of the most iconic things in Destiny, because in base game, that was one of the strongest weapons in Crucible, for God knows what reason.
It was a solid auto.
Yeah. Alright, let's explain Siva real quick. Siva was basically these nanobots created by the Warmind program/group that help humanity rebuild and closing the stuff from our movie. We recorded a movie podcast earlier with one of our friends, so I'll be going up to plug our own crap in our own podcast.
Yeah, good job.
Inception.
Proceed.
Siva, was made by the Warmind Collective. I don't know who made it in the Warmind world. I forget that amount of lore. But it was essentially nanobots to help humanity build and I think other crap. But then they were also a self-defense thing where they would take over things to kill. It really gets convoluted really fast.
Until they're the red icky nanobots that go woo goo goo boo.
They originally were meant for good and then they became bad. There you go.
Yeah, they got weaponized super hard.
Yep. But yeah.
That was fun.
Oh, speaking of the returns, you want to talk about the swords?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the swords.
So Season of Opulence has Dark Drinker so far returning, but if I remember, somebody leaked on Red that Razelier and Boltcaster, again, these are leaks, take everything with a grain of salt, and I'm pretty sure, this is forever ago when I read this. And we were talking about how Razelier and Dark Drinker fit in perfectly because there's nothing like them that do in the game array. But then...
Do you know what doesn't fit? Do you know
Boltcaster.
what doesn't fit that at all?
The one sword...
Hey, guess what got replaced already?
Yep, Boltcaster.
Boltcaster.
And the thing is, I was talking with somebody, so but Boltcaster is unique in its own. But it wouldn't be used... no, because the thing is, Boltcaster worked differently than Black Talon did, but Black Talon works better than Boltcaster.
Black Talon is just a better version of Boltcaster.
Because the homing's better, and it has a larger projectile, so the original Boltcaster wouldn't have a reason to be in the game. Now, Eric and I were kind of shooting the crap one day, and we both collectively came up with a solution for Boltcaster.
So, I thought of like a kind of well of radiance that you could use with the sword with your heavy, that you plop it into the ground rather than use it as a swing, and it creates an AoE effect with lightning to kind of create that aftershock effect.
It drains the heavy instead of as a timer, kind of.
Yeah.
Now, my version is like, yes, I like the AoE idea, but what I think it should be, so you can, for especially in Crucible, so it's even better, is that you're able to use an R2 slam thing about like Crown Splitter, but I think it should be faster because, electricity and that kind of crap.
Exotic perk.
Yeah, exotic perk. It's a faster downward swing like Crown Splitter, but what happens is it creates an aftershock effect like the Titan has. And it leaves like an AoE pulsing field of electricity. So if you want to lock off a doorway, or if you're getting chased, you can slam and continue running. And the other thing is, the reason why you don't do the whole entire planting in the ground thing is because in Crucible, I'm pretty sure you're gonna want your sword to swing at people if they try to rush you. I mean, I'm a person. Oh yeah, because you laughed at this. I still use a sword in Crucible from time to time. It's the Just In Case Gambit Prime sword. Now, I got the roll that has Shattering Strike, and what Shattering Strike does is that the last swing, like if your last swing would consume the rest of your ammo, I think it does like triple the damage. So you can one-shot any super in the Crucible with it.
Which is just upsetting.
And, Eric, do you want to know what super I killed with it?
Nova Warp?
Yes, I killed the Nova Warp with that. I was like...
Is that a case of your cat just... really boogied up those stairs, huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
What were you saying about it's a case of what?
Is it a case of the sword was good or the warlock was bad?
Well, I think it's just like...
Or
well,
both.
I mean, like, I've one-shot, like, Spectral Blades before. I've one-shot... I've killed a lot of Hunters, obviously. I mean, Archer and Spectral Blades were kind of the easiest to the counter because they're...
because they have to get close.
I mean, yeah. Hammer... I think I've only killed one Hammer so far. They're a little bit difficult.
Throwing Hammer or Burning Maul?
Throwing.
Huh.
Yeah. Burning Maul, I think
they run Burning Maul?
Yes, actually, because it can kill people behind cover. If you knew, it's a very fringe playstyle, but I think people make it work. So
I mean, people will always make it work. It's
horrifying. There's those special cases out there, not in terms of special, but I mean like people who
they're these gods among men who will take the Traveler's Chosen sidearm and will get a 20 kill streak with it.
I don't want.
And everyone in the server simply uninstalls.
I feel like there's a video of that somebody on YouTube. We will look that up later.
What do you do if you're like doing trials and the other team is using Traveler's Chosen
You cry.
and you get bodied?
You cry.
you just uninstall.
You get rid of your PlayStation Plus. You get rid of your internet, and you just never go online again because now
you just unplug your Ethernet like permanently.
Yeah.
You just sell your house and then live amongst the garbage that you are.
Yeah. Wow, that one. Wow. All right.
You just dumpster yourself.
Wow. All right.
That's what I do.
So going back to some Destiny stuff. World's first solo Riven kill, but what was the reason why it worked?
Cheating.
Because of the Revelry, as we're going to call it.
The Revelry allowed the first solo Riven kill.
And I'm slightly not okay with that, because that's like, hey guys, I won the World Cup because I used steroids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he used steroids, but now the steroids are gone, so no one else can do it.
I know, and I kind of feel like it's a false victory.
A little bit.
Like,
you still got the world's first, because no one else thought to do it first.
Well, yeah, But, like, I would consider it, like, a fair world's first thing if everybody, like, if it was something people could still actively do, or somebody could still do it, if somebody could still do it and improve upon the time to get to that point. I mean, it's kind of, it's, like, lame and cool at the same time. It's, like, cool that somebody did it, but it's kind of lame because
lame that they cheated it with the
Revelry, sorry. And I was gonna say, in coordination with this, when I saw that on Reddit one day, or I think I saw that on Reddit, and I read Revelry, and I was like, I'm not interested. But, like, a couple posts below that, I saw Eric's only had a couple months ago, but I think recently, like, all death team, like someone was like, oh, I helped my death team through Last Wish. And I was just like, that's wholesome. I like that.
Yeah, like, the entire clan is deaf.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, they're a specifically deaf clan, and they got
I'll never listen to her podcast.
And they got through Riven. So now y'all have no excuse to not do Riven.
I mean, yeah. Like, imagine how fast...
not having done Riven. Oops.
Have you never killed Riven?
No. I've not, but
I've never completed Last Wish.
No.
How?
Because when it came out, around when that time mattered, is when a lot of people weren't playing Destiny in my group, and then I dropped off before I carried.
You should go do your raid and you get 1K voices first try, and I'll hate you. But it's not like I have like 45 runs, I think, right now, and still
have it.
No, of course not. I've had people get their first run when I've brought people through, and I was like,
"That's when you cry." That's what it feels.
I would just mute my mic, and I was just like. Like, and I'm being like, good job. I'm trying to be happy for him. I mean, I am, but
switch to text chat. Oh, good job.
Like 1K, but my problem is with 1K voices, it has, as you remember and we both remember, it has that yaller horn issue, where it's certain like during last week when I was going to go farm Last Man Standing, it's the game at Prime Shotgun. It's arguably better than Mindbender's Ambitions in some way because you can get 1-2 punch and like. 1-2 punch is like one of the most broken perks in the game. I won't go into that. There's about I messaged about 5 different people. They're like, you got 1K? I'm like, nah. And they're like, sorry, not interested. I just like, hey, right. this is where I start to have an issue because
we're back to Gallarhorn.
Like the thing is, even it was Arc Week. No, wait, it wasn't Arc. No, the modifier for Arc that day / week. I forget. I think the element changes daily, but the day I LFG'd the elements were Arc, so I could run Darcy or Prospector and still, or my Acantha, which is another refurbished Black Armory weapon. It's range friend to Rampage. It's an aggressive frame with spike grenades. That's the main thing. Yeah. They deal insane damage for those launchers, and that's really strong arc damage, and it's not even exotic. Like
what was this for again?
It was Reckoning Tier 3. Yeah,
it's
Reckoning Tier 3. Yeah, sorry, I didn't say that. Reckoning Tier 3. And like I said, I was shocked because it's the same issue as Yallerhorn, where you had people getting locked out of groups because they weren't lucky.
They don't have the shiny they don't have the shiny toys.
I'm not gonna lie.
You don't get to play.
I don't find Riven's Bane or Riven's Bane that impressive because the challenging part of that raid or challenging part of that tile is being lucky.
The challenging part of that is getting carried.
I rolled my eyes.
You can get carried through the entire thing.
Oh yeah, and all like the new meta and all that crap. It's not that hard. Sorry. I mean, I would say Petra's run was difficult, like when you got guitared. But note that the fact that you no longer get guitared, and you have and everybody's not an idiot. Petra's guitared. Yeah.
Do you want to go explain that real quick?
Oh yeah, so
because I don't know what that means.
Did you not? You don't know. So on Last Wish, when you killed Riven and then you were at Riven's heart, you had basically a random chance to get the air guitar during your during your Petra's run, and you get kicked to orbit, which in turn failed your Petra's run.
Nice.
So you would get kicked out of the raid randomly, and sometimes, but it would basically happen if you took too long to pick up Riven's heart. So you couldn't rally for the next part. You had to basically immediately pick it up, and even then that wasn't a guarantee. So
nice.
So yeah, and that's the other thing. I'm not like, oh cool, you got lucky and got the ship or the Sparrow or 1K. I'm like, oh, that's so impressive because it's still like I think like a 20% chance to get a glaring key to get the ship, which actually I got like the other week when they finally buffed the drop rate on that. So again, and people who have like it's if they had a way where 1K was that's my problem with the current raid exotics. That is, what was the raid exotic for? No, Leviathan, it was a quest. It was guaranteed. That's my issue with the newer raids, is that they're just random drops. And I think that's a mistake.
I think it's because people complained.
Why?
Because it didn't feel the same as it did in D1. where you
But then,
ran the raid until you
but
got
here's the
your
thing, you just scared me.
Oh.
If you still don't get 1K or Anarchy before the medallions are no longer orderable,
Sucks.
exactly. That's my issue with it. Say if I want, because I could have the Cursebreaker tile right now if I had 1K. That's the thing. I have everything done except for 1K. That's my issue.
Time to farm until you
I
get
mean,
it.
I still am. I'm doing 3 raids a week for Anarchy and 1K. And again, that's my issue. It's like, they shouldn't have made them tile needed for the tiles because there's no guarantee to them. I think I have somebody on my friends list who has 100+ runs. He still doesn't have 1K for Last Wish. I'm like, it gets ridiculous.
It feels bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Where are we? Sorry, we're looking. Eric, you had an Outbreak Prime Adventure thing. Oh my god, we have some Irish. Yeah, god dang.
We did some experimentation with Outbreak Prime.
Oh yeah, you told me this.
And it was a lot of, hey, how do we do this with not good?
Like.
So our first team was myself,
Uh-huh.
Devin, and Irving.
Okay.
Irving wasn't able to deal damage.
Okay. What level was Irving?
Low.
Okay.
I think 640.
Okay.
So, bad.jpg.
Okay.
We got in there and discovered the problem.
Okay.
I was like 683 at the time, so
Okay.
I was low end. Devin was like 681 at the time, so we were low end.
Everything was bad.
We forced our way through it, but we could not,
Kill
for
the
the
boss?
life of us, get to boss damage that meant anything.
Okay.
So we were like, alright, we have to not.
Yeah.
So Devin and I did some experimentation.
Yeah.
We were able to consistently get to the boss, and we almost killed the boss 2-man.
2-man?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Because Malfeasance and I was using Luna.
Yeah.
He was using the Targaze, and
Yeah.
we were using machine guns.
Yeah.
Because machine guns are great.
Yeah.
I used the Delirium because Arc, I dabbed.
Yeah.
And they used the Hammerhead.
I dabbed on
I dabbed on podcast. If we had a camera, oh man.
Oh man, I don't know if we ever will.
But
Not in the budget.
we then brought David along.
Yep.
For the final.
Okay.
The final play. Here we go. I proceeded to get murdered, not by the boss, by the Death Roomba.
Trevor.
That
thing is terrifying.
That thing had my number
that
on
thing
this
is
run.
Terrifying, you know?
I got into the maze at 7 minutes.
Okay.
I did not leave the maze until 5 minutes. That thing had my number, read my movements, and
it just goes in a circle.
I juked it, and then it turned and owned me.
You know it goes into the outside room where you turn the switches, right?
Yeah, it goes into those. It goes into the lever rooms. But I waited in an alcove, and I'm like, haha, it passed. And then I went out of the alcove, and it came back.
Yeah,
and
no,
I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
I've noticed sometimes if it's at the end and didn't turn the corner yet, it will sometimes spot you.
It will sometimes spot you, and sometimes won't.
It's weird.
But it just smelled my bread and just decided it wanted toast.
It was tethered to you?
It smelled my death. Oh, you know.
Well, that's a thing for later. All right, but yeah. All right, there's that.
It wanted me.
I want to touch on a couple things. Let's talk about the Opulence announcement from this week at Bungo.
Oh,
so,
the raids.
They made the announcement that day one Opulence is out, the raid will be live. Now, the interesting part of this, Last Wish and Scourge of the Past will be locked raids until the team gets rolled first. But here's the important part. This doesn't matter for people like me who just want the sweet raid jacket.
Mm-hmm.
So, my thing is that after World Tour's done, everybody knows what's doing. During all that, I'm just going to be focused on power leveling.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make sure I get a full raid done before that Tuesday. I'm going to say this right now, I am not confident in myself getting World Tours. Yes, those freaking wrestling belts are sweet. Like,
I may try, like, memingly try. Just to be like, oh, I tried for it.
Yeah.
I had that experience of like,
I tried for Last Wish.
Following the streams, going like, oh, we can do that. We can do that better than them. Calling you out, Data. I'll die.
I thought you were going to say Glad, because Glad's more of the Clan Redeem's like the one really well known for this.
No, anymore. I fear them.
I know. Also, Glad is a really fun streamer to watch. She's kind
Don't
of
hurt me.
Don't hurt us, Glad. We love your streams. I know you'll probably never hear this, but I think you're a funny broadcaster. All right, let's stop plugging somebody who is. We just plug
It's
people.
like talking in the desert and hoping like city dwellers aren't gonna come out and throw things at you.
Boo! Get off the stage.
Get a tomato thrown from atmosphere. All right, what do we have next on this?
Oh yeah, so yeah. I guess.
Talking about the spectral post.
Okay. So spectral post nerf, definitely easier to kill. Not as the super doesn't last as long unless it's using Gwizm, but even then, I think it's fine for the duration. My issue is it still has fridges for blades. I was above the spectral blades. He R2'd and then right clicked on PC or R2'd on the controller, and I was like, oh, I'm dead. And I was like, a good.
Doesn't matter.
Good amount of height above him. And all it occurred to me...
Spectral fridges.
Spectral fridges. They didn't change the hitboxes. And I was like, okay.
What would you prefer, this or the Titan problem?
For infinite height, you mean?
No, I'm talking the Sentinel shield that can't connect to anything.
Yeah, but
do you remember when Sentinel shield would butter off of you for no reason?
Does.
Yeah, that's still
right
the problem.
Now, you just depend on throwing shields. That's how it works.
At least they have that option.
So, like sometimes I'll get killed by one if I'm like trying to just jump away, but even then, most of the time, if I get killed by a Sentinel shield, it's just by the Torbjorn turret, if that makes sense.
He Captain America, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's the only way to get kills with shield. Feels bad, man.
There's gonna be a Titan in the comments angry. No, it just takes more skill. You're better.
It takes more skill. It takes more RNG.
Yeah, exactly.
Poor
man.
Titans.
But yeah, Titans are useless. Change my mind.
I have one use for them that I can think of.
What?
So you know how invaders in Gambit, if they're standing on the bank, they can game motes?
Yeah.
Put a Ward of Dawn over there.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And then just sit in there with a shotgun and go, ha, do something about me.
Yeah.
And then someone throws Blade Barrage at you and go, well.
Yep. Again, Titans.
I got 4 motes.
I bet you Titans still complain about Blade Barrage post nerf. Everybody complains about it. Wait, what am I saying? Everybody complains about Blade Barrage post nerf. I don't get why.
It's so good.
It's a shutdown super. It's
a shutdown super, but so is Nova Bomb, but you have to aim that?
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Slova Bomb is...
Do you know what takes 8 years to get to anything?
What?
Slova Bomb.
Here's the thing. Do you know you could shoot Slova Bomb and then send out its small seekers that will still one-shot supers?
Yeah, you can still run from those.
They're definitely faster.
You can't run again. You can't run from Blade Barrage.
Hey, you want to shot...
You know what I've seen happen way too often?
What?
People miss Blade Barrage. Holy. They just fully miss in Gambit. Because they think, oh, this is my chance. I'm going to shut down this guy with 15 motes. And I look over and David watches this dude throw all of the blades above him because the dude doesn't look down while he's jumping. And he just sends them off into the horizon as we all laugh as the guy gets shotgunned. Because he just stands there. Because I guess he threw his controller out the window.
I sometimes still pull myself up with Blade Barrage, and I feel like I'm an idiot.
It happens.
I mean, it happens.
Sometimes the jump will carry you into a wall, and you just go, all right, nice.
That happens a lot.
Like, no, it happens a lot with Nova Bomb, especially when you try to meme and use Blink.
Yeah.
Because then that's what I call an oopsie, because the blink takes you too far, and you embed yourself into concrete, and then your Nova Bomb blows up.
Yeah. All right.
Just go, all right.
We are still... The next topic is a bit Destiny, but it's also a bit of another game. Borderlands 3. All right.
Oops.
So, here's the big thing. Borderlands 3 launches in September. Sorry, was it? Yeah, September? Yeah, September.
It's a September launch.
Okay. Destiny... Every year in September has done its Forsaken or Taken King type release.
It's big DLC.
It's big DLC. Now, people are saying, oh, nobody's going to go play Destiny when Borderlands... Oh, here's the thing. No, there's going to be people playing Destiny that care about, So, I'm going to say this right now. Borderlands is not a living, breathing game like Destiny. Sure, the community is very living and breathing, but it's not an online game where you're dependent on time limit things or special event. You're not gonna miss out if you don't play Borderlands 2, like for Theory Craft. I think September 13th is Borderlands 3. Yeah. Let's say Borderlands 3 and the next big Destiny content drop. We'll call it the big Taken drop.
Sure.
The Taken Witch, because that's the lore was leading up to that with all the season opulence stuff.
Sorrow's Crown comes out.
What?
Sorrow's Crown, the name of the new raid.
Oh, is that the name of the new raid?
Sorrow's Crown.
I wonder.
I think.
But it's. I think
pretty sure.
the new raid. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Callus based though, because
It's Callus based.
Oh, sorry. Pause real quick. I'm really excited for next season because I love Callus as a character in lore, and
I love.
I'm really excited to see like the rest of the story because I'm 100% on Callus's side. It's like how we speak against Callus and then we're like, oh, we're on your side. Same thing with Drifter.
We have not been very good guardians.
I mean, the Vanguard hasn't been actual characters.
Shut up.
You're right.
Because, the worst part is that in lore, everyone is right about Guardians.
Yeah.
They are not trustworthy. I don't know if you've read the lore.
No, of course.
Of the one Guardian who was in the Reef.
No.
That no one knew how to do with. This dude was toying with his immortality because he, in lore, everyone was terrified of this dude because he was just throwing himself off the reef.
Okay.
And would just fall to his death, and his ghost would revive him, and he would do it again.
Wait, is this a Destiny 2 lore?
This is in lore of Destiny.
You want to know why? Because remember in Destiny 1 where you could glitch under the reef? I wonder if that's a reference to that.
Yeah, people could just, actually lored it. It's now in lore that Guardian would just throw himself off the reef over and over.
I would throw myself off the reef.
And everyone's just watching him. It's like, is he alright? It's like, yeah, he does this. And he would,
I think they lured the meme of...
They lure memes now. But,
good job. I'm happy.
They're horrified of him. And, it's just this long story of, he just does what he wants. He follows where weapons are. He doesn't have loyalties, and he's an idiot. Because you promise him shiny things, and he'll do it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And then the Vanguard is the Guardians are inherently not trustworthy as a military unit. Because they don't care about what they're doing. They just want the shiny gun that we're promising them. And I'm like, you know what? That's right.
100% Team Drifter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so back to what I was saying about Borderlands 3 and...
we deviated hard.
Really hard there.
So I just wanted to get that lore minute in.
That's fine. My thing is that if you miss out on playing a week of Destiny versus a week of Borderlands...
You're so behind.
One game is much more detrimental, and that's Destiny. Borderlands 3 is going to be an offline game. That's a solo play game. That can be a co-op game. Don't get me wrong. I was trying to figure out what the heck you were doing. Don't get me wrong. I gotta see where it lines up because I do have. I think I have some friends that I want to play with on release. The other thing I look forward to is that Epic Games, as much as I don't like them as a company, there's one thing they do well, and that's crossplay across PC, PS4, and Xbox. Yeah. So I'm really hoping the crossplay will be there for BL3 for people on console because that's kind of fun. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But my point is that I don't think there should be that much of competition because if there's any smart Destiny people out there, they realize their week, let's say the week of release again, of Destiny is more important than it is in BL3. What the heck? Wow.
I was looking for the time, see how much time we had left.
Oh, no, we're at 37 minutes. We're fine.
Alright, we're fine.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's going to be I know there's all the game journalists, I put up the finger quotes, air quotes, game journalists out there are gonna try to get clickbait articles out there, and yeah, if you want to come at me in the comments, go ahead. Yeah, I'm getting very angry about this. They're gonna make clickbait titles like, oh, is Destiny gonna die because of Borderlands 3? No, it's not, because they're nothing alike. They're looter shooters. That's it. There's no other...
Did Destiny die when Division came out?
No. Did Division die?
Probably.
No, I think Division 2 is actually...
Division 2 is probably doing alright.
I mean,
because it is still relatively...
Yeah, I mean, and if you look at it in the terms of Division 1, both games did alright until they got their big overhaul, slash update, then they became big again, which hopefully that comes through. I never got Division 2, I still really want to get, but...
I never bought it.
It's a game, I really enjoyed the beta, and I really enjoyed Division 1, even when they were going through the rough stuff. I always liked the...
I like the concept.
I always liked their game because their gameplay again is different from Destiny 2. It's because it's a looter shooter doesn't mean it's a genre. It's not the same game. That's the thing with goes back to Battleborn. The point is people looked at it as a hero shooter. That's the genre, but everybody compared it to Overwatch.
Oh, that thing
not just be I know they compete with Overwatch and that was their big downfall. That was a stupid move, not gonna lie. But I enjoyed the game because it was a mix of Borderlands, but it was also I think it was a MOBA hero game. It wasn't like Overwatch. It was because it looked like Overwatch. People called it Overwatch. That was the issue I had with that.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
But yeah, no, I don't think there should be an issue with Borderlands 3 and Destiny. Big drop could be having an issue.
We're on the topic of Epic Games.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right. Wow, yeah, that was a good segue. So recently, yeah, it actually kind of was. If you go on and look, I think there's some articles out there, and I heard that because it was inside from the company, people were saying that Epic game developers working on Fortnite or Fortnite,
Yeah.
are under a huge like crunch time for that game, and like
You shouldn't be in crunch if your game is released.
or if it's that big of a success, but people are under insane crunch to get updates out for Fortnite because it's the cash cow and everything. And I forget where there some comments or somewhere I heard on a video or somewhere, and people were talking about a similar idea. What if microtransactions in games allowed people to have more time, or if that the microtransactions that people got would go to helping like people not have to be under so much stress, crunch time, actually allow them to have lives outside of, hey, you better have this done, otherwise you're dead. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the purpose of microtransactions, is that they put these things out so that the companies have more revenue with which to fuel the game's lifespan.
Yeah, like
whether that be hiring more employees so that people aren't on this ridiculous amount of crunch.
And like that was the idea. I mean, that's the idea, but obviously that's become corrupted through loot boxes and stuff. But my thing is, what if like a genuine company would come out and would say, "This is what our microtransactions are going towards," and they somehow backed it up. I don't know how they
like Respawn.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Respawn, the Titanfall 2 guys.
Yeah.
Where you just bought what you wanted instead of dealing with this
nonsense. I mean,
cosmetics.
I mean, yeah, but like what or like something like that. You bought what you wanted, but those because it's still microtransactions. It's not loot boxes. There's, in my opinion, a difference between that. Like the microtransactions, the word has such a negative connotation. Where whenever I hear microtransactions, I think of loot boxes and stuff. But if you tell me, it's a microtransaction for a skin, I think that's different.
Like Destiny has microtransactions for like the
engrams, loot boxes.
Yeah, but it's all cosmetics.
But then they also have cosmetic skins that come out, which are Eververse only, but they're kind of like they're microtransactions. But my thing is like if some game will come out, like they have the regular, it's no bullcrap loot boxes, and they have it where they can guarantee like this will actually like give their devs off, and there's some way they can prove that. I think people will be okay with that as a microtransaction. People still have issues with microtransactions. Why don't you put in the game? But if you can prove like the actual reason you don't put it just into the game as content for people just to go grind for or something, and you actually make it because either there's a lot of work into it, or if it's like maybe like a charity microtransaction. I know some games in the past.
Overwatch did that.
Yeah. I mean,
they did their loot boxes that went to I think breast cancer awareness.
Okay.
They had like this huge event. They had exclusive skins for it, and I'm like, that's fine, but like, you're not doing anything other than donating the money. It's the same system, but that's appreciated.
All right, we actually only have a few more things talking about here, and we're actually getting close in time. So, I want to say, wait, where the crap? Oh, so as we've talked about a couple times on the podcast, I have a PSVR, and I originally got that VR, play VR games. Very shortly, that turned into the Beat Saber machine. And now,
naturally.
And now my Beat Saber machine has actually just kind of turned into a workout. Because if you ever seen the songs on Expert Plus, A, they're insane. B, they're fun. And I'm going to play like this, and I put on no fail while I'm doing this stuff for a workout. Because I don't want to fail mid-song, lose the groove of the workout and the rhythm, the energy and all that crap. I got to restart my song because I suck at the game.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I do that. I think I do they say do two half-an-hour sessions depending, or a half. I do an hour session because
you just do it and then you lose track of time because you're having fun.
Yeah, I mean there's two things that one the two big things I realized doing this as kind of a workout is you have to make sure when the blocks come overhead, you need the one thing that helps a lot, doing proper squats.
Yeah,
that's part of that as a workout. And the other thing is, you can't just be standing still all the time. You gotta be basically dancing.
It's a rhythm game.
You have to keep your feet moving. You gotta keep your blood basically. Because the thing is, not just gonna move my arms. So since I'm moving my legs around, getting into it, you're burnt. I work up good sweat. Not gonna lie. I feel it. I'm I know I'm getting a good workout from this.
Yeah. Oh, there is one thing I want to touch on before that is lift.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, you still have the lift, and somebody stole your fan?
Somebody stole my fan.
And then the doctor's quip. But
I was moving... Oh, we'll hit the fan first. Okay. So I was moving out of my dorm recently.
Okay, yeah.
I had lent my, desk fan to a friend.
Yeah.
Because I don't need it because my roommate had one. So we didn't need two, and they didn't have one, so I lent it. No big deal. She's not the one who stole it.
Okay.
So I say, like, all right, I have your fan. I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just leave it in front of my door. I'll grab it. Or something.
Yeah.
She leaves it in front of the door.
Uh-huh.
This dingy metal fan that no one could ever want.
Somebody wanted it.
So later I text her, like, oh, hey, I just remembered about the fan. Shows up in front of my door. It's like, I left it in front of your door. Did you not get it? Look. Fan's not there.
Oh, no.
Look at her. I'm like, nope.
Nope.
I didn't get it.
Nope.
She's like, really? I'm like, I'm not even mad that the fan's gone. I'm more insulted that somebody wanted my dingy, stupid fan that has been in my family for several years. I could spend $20 and not care.
Eric.
But it's just more insulted. Yeah.
Eric, they're not a big fan of you.
Shut up.
You're
Shut
so dumb.
your sound.
Alright, yeah, go ahead and go. No, Eric told me, like, something really stupid happened on the lift. I'm like, what? He's like, this is too good of a story to just not tell on the podcast. I have to let him take the floor here.
Alright, so I'm going to read the title of the article.
Oh, no.
Lyft says it is not in the transportation business
Okay.
to avoid complying with disability law.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Lyft says it is not in the transportation business because it does not want to comply with disability law.
Okay. I understand that. Alright.
Their entire thing.
It's transporting.
They don't want to have to... Yeah, they're a transport company. What do? Transport.
And
That's all they do.
Yeah.
But they're not a transport company. Because that would mean they have to have wheelchair-accessible vehicles ready.
Yep.
For non-folding
So what kind of
wheelchairs.
company are they?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, no. Do they actually say what they are?
I don't think they have. Don't worry about it. But they're not a transportation
A motor
company.
vehicle corporation.
No, don't worry about it. That'd be transportation.
Alright, continue then.
They're fighting because people are trying to sue because they don't have wheelchair accessible lifts.
But if they're not a transportation company, then legally...
But what are they? What do they do? Transport people, huh? What would that make them? Legally.
I mean...
Don't worry about it.
It depends on what the company is legally defined as. That's where they can get them back at.
Yeah.
If the company's not legally defined as a transportation company, then you can't say, well, legally you're... Because here's the thing.
What's a
The whole
transportation
entire...
company?
The whole entire... It's like, oh, it's because they transport people, they're a transportation company. That's different from what they legally applied for as a company. Where they apply for as a company is what they are. So you saying because you transport people that and you're a transportation company.
What's Lyft do?
Transport people.
Got them.
Okay.
What can they say?
What, they transport people? But yeah. Okay.
You can't avoid it.
I mean,
they transport people. Okay, therefore, they're transport.
I mean, but that's not. It depends.
That's their main goal.
I mean, that's
they
their
don't
goal.
have the Uber thing where they have Uber Eats.
No, but no. My thing is though, then what is their what are they legally defined as? Because it's one thing to say, oh, you're this because you do this. Okay, yeah, that's.
Well, what else would they be?
I don't know. I don't know what they are legally applied for as a company.
I think this entire thing is going to end up hilarious.
I think it's either they're gonna get sued and they're not gonna care because they make crap ton of money, or it's gonna come back to we're not legally defined as this. This is not what we applied as when we applied to become a company. So you can't sue us on this. That's the two ways I see this going.
I mean, then it goes to court.
Okay, I'm gonna put it like this.
And juries are filled with normal people who aren't too versed in law.
I'm not versed in law,
but they will just see you transport people. Therefore,
I know they're like people are dumb, but like if you're on the left side, and I'm not gonna lie, I am like kind of on. It sucks that they don't transport disabled people.
Just call them Uber.
Yeah.
Uber does.
Yeah, I know. But my thing is that it kind of sucks, but if that's how the company wants to run themselves and the public eye has an issue with that, that's the public's issue. That's the public people's problem.
Yeah,
and if they don't legally define themselves as a transportation company, then they're well within their legal rights to do whatever. They're fine, and because you don't like what they're doing doesn't mean you're legally correct.
Oh yeah, of course.
And that's how I can see a judge ruling that.
That's true.
Because they're not gonna say, "Oh, you feel like this, so your feelings are law." No, that's not how law works.
Of course not.
We've seen that happen in the past, and the judge is like, "You're an idiot. Get out."
Of course.
So
they'll throw that right out of the courtroom.
We got like 10 minutes left before we had 60 minutes. Where was it? Oh, you have a little thing you could talk about with a certain doctor.
Okay. So let's talk about this. This happened in April.
Yep.
Alright, we'll just get right into this. So.
Oh, you don't have to tell you what you could just
in
get.
April.
Okay.
I got sick.
Yes.
I thought I had strep.
Yeah.
Because I was dying and my throat was closing and I wanted perish.
Yep.
Because everything was pain.
Yeah.
So I went naturally to the on-campus doctor.
Of course.
As you would. And I walk in and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're like dying, huh?" And I'm like, "Oh." So they see me immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to them and they're like, "Hey, I'm getting deleted by my throat." And they're like, "Alright, well, we're gonna do this test real quick." And it comes up negative. I don't have strep according to this test.
Yep.
So they're like, "Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna send this test to a lab."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Alright,
yeah.
I guess." So they do this test where they shove a cotton ball javelin down my sore throat.
You're hitting the desk.
I hit the desk. Whoops.
Oh my god, I had panic. Alright, so go ahead, continue.
They shove this cotton ball javelin down my throat, my sore throat, to collect my death.
Okay.
As they're fishing for my final breaths, they pull it out and they're like, "Alright, cool, we're gonna send this to a lab, I guess." I'm like, cool.
Yep.
Did you need to do that? And they're like, "No, we're gonna though." I'm like, okay. Why not? That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So they send me my copay, as they do, for the doctor visit.
Yeah.
I pay this copay. It was $20.
Mm-hmm. Here comes the kicker.
I never get any results from
any
lab.
He never got the answer.
Did I have strep? They gave me painkillers. They didn't do anything.
Nope.
So naturally, I'm like, "Hey, did I have strep?" No answer. Cool. Nice. All right. As you do.
Yeah.
So I let it go because what am I gonna do? I'm better at this point. A couple days ago, I check my mail, and I have a bill. Who is charging me a bill for money at this time? It can't be my college payment. That wouldn't mail here. That'd be stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't order anything.
Nope.
So I take it to my room and open it. It's the lab. The lab sent me a bill for $80. I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, naturally, like, you know, insurance card takes care of a lot of it, so I only have to pay like $8.
Yeah.
But, like, could you not be bothered to tell me?
Yeah.
All I wanted was to know.
Like,
and they didn't tell me
let me give you the TLDR real quick. Eric got sick. He goes to the doctor. They're like, "Oh, we don't know this. We gotta run some tests. We're gonna shove something down your throat, and then we're gonna send off to the lab to get tested." All right. Comes back. Never found out.
Never found out. Never told me. I don't even know if it made it to the lab. All I got was the bill.
Yeah. A couple months later, he gets a bill that's just like, "Hey, you sent us your crap. Here, pay us." And you're just like, "But they didn't do their job."
Not only did they not ask me if I wanted to send it to the lab, not tell me that it would cost extra money until probably after it was done in the thing that they handed me along with my copay. What? I didn't even get the results.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
It's like, I just wanted to know. I don't care the money. Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Because, like, I couldn't go to classes that week.
Yeah.
I wanted to know if that's like a, "Hey, you were perishing.
Yeah.
Like, for a reason. It wasn't just a poopy bad sore throat. You were dying.
Yeah. Also, we're like 54 minutes, but you had a thing when you lose a Gambit Prime match because your Primeval falls into the planet. This is something Eric typed out.
I was mad.
Oh, I could tell.
So you know how enemies sometimes just drop into the ether and are gone?
Sure, why not?
Forever.
Okay, yeah, sure.
It was a Primeval Ogre.
Okay.
On not Emerald Coast. What's the one with the drill?
That's the Nessus map. I don't know the name.
The drill map. It has the big drill in the
top.
top.
It's the and it has the portals. Yeah, that map.
Yeah, he was standing near where the vault is at.
Okay.
And we took care of our primevals, and we all looked to him, foosh, into the floor.
Like not even into the hole, just
near the vault.
Oh wait! Oh, do you mean the bank?
Yeah, the bank. You know where the bank is with that stone overpass?
Yeah.
Between the bank and the overpass, just foosh into the floor. And I'm looking at it do we win? Short answer, no.
No, of course not.
Long answer, say goodbye to your win streak, loser.
So
hope you're not farming for dredging, because you just lost an hour.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Nothing personnel, as he teleports to what I can only assume is the other side. Our Primeval invaded, I guess, and got killed by
new set of Prime armor.
Gambit double Prime. Sometimes your Primeval will just leave
and go invade the other side.
And he'll, instead of helping, since he's your enemy, he'll do damage to their Primeval too.
Crap, you're right.
Oops.
I mean, but no, when you invade the enemy side, you don't have the enemies that they're killing shooting at you.
Yeah, but if it's
he's enemy on your side. Wait, you're right. Dang.
Yeah, so his goal would be to invade enemy.
Imagine you could send enemies through the portal with you.
Well, you just get the tractor cannon and launch a large blocker through the portal instead.
Yeah.
I was like, Drifter's looking on in awe. Like, I didn't think about this. I didn't think about the implications of keeping a portal near the bank. Whoops.
Bungie, make it happen. Make a good decision. Alright, we're going to have to wrap this up because, I think we're like 56 or 58 minutes. I can't breathe. We're at 56 minutes. Holy crap.
Just imagine the voice line on that. As the Drifter's flabbergasted. It's like, guys, you got a new blocker. As the Guardian's like, what?
What?
See a giant blocker that sent.
I think it'd be cool though if there's like a way, like, I don't know, for something like the Invader armor set. Say if you had like motes on you when you came in, you don't bank the motes, but you get that blocker to go in with you or something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
They'd probably end up taking another perk, which I very much like the perks the Invader gets.
I mean, yeah, it's very good. But I think it's a cool idea, but it's...
And you already lock the vault as a...
But you could just put a blocker in there to just be annoying.
Just drain motes harder.
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're going to have to wrap this up. This has been TJ.
This has been Eric.
And it's been clickbait. There we go.
Right at the end.
Next week, I hope you realize we're going to be still talking about that Not Forgotten Luther change. That's not going to stop anytime soon.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a long haul. See you guys later.
Bye.